Hi guys, Spartan765 here. Today I'm doing a video review on a rifle I got a couple months ago. And those of you who have seen my videos, have been on my channel before, will recognize this gun. This is a different PTR-91 right here. We'll do a pan through. Alright, first off, this is a, not redesigned, but they definitely, PTR-91 Inc. took a lot of user feedback. They came out with this gun back in the early 2000s. It was JLD Enterprises or something back then. And then it was PTR-91 Inc. Now it's PTR Industries. You guys may know 8 years ago I purchased a PTR-91 F, which is similar to this, except one of the big differences, the PTR-91 F that I purchased back in the day did not come with a rail on the bottom. The handguard was not painted the same color as the gun. It was anodized, and it did not come with a rail on the top, nor did it come with a paddle magazine release. All things that I think are very important on the modern .308 battle rifle. First off, I'm not going to keep comparing it to my old one. I'm just going to do a general review on the build quality and everything like that. I haven't fired this particular one yet, but I'm just going to kind of do like an out-of-the-box review. They really did a good job, like I said, in taking that feedback. They made a lot of changes. Another thing was the all-steel charging handle. I would like to put an HK21 style extended charging handle on there at some point. Just haven't done that quite yet. These are fantastic shooting rifles, easily capable of MOA, sub-MOA groups. On this current rifle, as I've got it set up, I've got an ACOG 5.5 by 50 on there. Tritium illuminated and fiber optic illuminated. It's got a Grip Pod Systems grip pod and a PRS Magpul stock, as you can see right there. Oh. You can raise your cheek weld, which is nice. The only reason the cheek weld is down right now is because when I do take this puppy to the range, I'm going to obviously first zero the iron sights, which I think is important. You should definitely have your backup sights zeroed. The gun is very hefty. I mean, the PTS stock or PRS stock is not light, nor is the ACOG 5.5 power, nor is the rifle itself. With a 20-round mag in this thing, I would say she comes in comfortably or uncomfortably right at about 13 pounds, which isn't too bad. I mean, it could be worse. This is definitely not a rifle that I would pick for my one shit hits the fan go to war rifle. If this had to have a place in a shit hits the fan scenario, this would more than likely be a somebody that's going to be in a fairly fixed position where they're going to have to shoot over 100 meters. More like a DMR type setup. Grip pod lends it great to just sitting on a table to shoot, or sitting on the edge of a railing, or wherever you have to shoot, or if you're laying down you take it deer hunting, and it gives you a nice steady grip to hold the rifle when you're shooting standing up. The magazine capacity on this is 20 rounds. This does, like I said, have the paddle release, which is a big bonus. Prior to that, you had just the button on the side, and it's a bitch. I mean, the button, there's really no easy way to grab it. You can't reach around. I mean, unless you have basketball player size fingers, like you can't reach up there. The trigger pull on these things, the trigger pull, when you get it from the factory, it kind of sucks. It's like 12 pounds. So I took the trigger pack out, took it apart, did a trigger job, got her down to about, I'd say, I shortened up the pull, and I got it down to about 4.5 pounds, which is nice for bench rest shooting and hunting, and makes the rifle inherently, you're going to shoot better if you don't have a big, long, gritty trigger pull. That's just physics. I know there's going to be people out there that comment on that and say, you know, it shouldn't matter. The trigger pull could be 15 pounds. And, you know, as long as you train well, you know, you shouldn't have to have a light trigger. Well, that's just bullshit. And anyone who actually knows what they're talking about will tell you that. If you have a, you know, you don't want to have like a 1 or 2 pound trigger, but having like a good, you know, 5 pound trigger that is a nice crisp break, you know, limited take up, will help you with your accuracy and your ability to shoot follow-up rounds effectively, as well as the initial round. They have your standard, you know, drum-style HK sights, 100 to 400 meters. And even with those sights on my old PTR, I could ring an 18-inch gong at 300 meters all day long with the open sights. They are very good sights, very precise. The barrel on this is free-floated. One complaint I do have to make about PTR: when I got this gun, the cocking tube right here, where it's welded onto the receiver, there was a big lump of extra weld that wouldn't let the rail, or hang guard, as we're going to call it, because it really, you know, you can put rails on here. I don't know why PTR didn't just do like M-lock or key mod. I mean, why they made it so you have to screw on Picatinny rails is beyond me. I think that's a big design change they could do. That would be a lot more, make them a lot more successful. But there was over weld here, so I couldn't, this wouldn't seat down all the way. And when I got the rifle, the cocking tube was pushed far up into the inside the front sight, and when I took it off, it shocked back down into place. So it was under quite some pressure. Now, why PTR didn't just address this when they were putting the rifle together, I don't know. I had to take this rail off, and I had to file out a little bit on the corner of the rail here. Once I did that, it's fine. Probably, you know, just wasn't a big thing that they were concerned about at the time. But, you know, I'm picky, so that affected me. I will say PTR's quality control is fantastic. There's nothing wrong with this rifle. It shoots excellent. Would definitely recommend one if you're looking for a good 308. Again, this is not the go-to-war 308. Like I said, this thing is heavy and bulky. This is more of a DMR type thing that you're gonna, you know, have in a fixed position or something you can bring hunting. You know, if you wanna, if you just have to walk like 5 miles in flat terrain, this isn't nothing. I mean, that's not bad at all. But I mean, if you're constantly on the move, this would be a rifle that would hinder your ability to move quickly for long periods of time. There are other guns out there, like the there's a Savage AR-10. They make a good AR-10. There's a lot of other lightweight AR-10s out there that might fit a battle rifle role purpose better than this. But like I said, I like the nostalgia of the H&K, and I like the H&K design. I like the reliability and the durability. These things are built like tanks, and they shoulder phenomenally, right or left-handed. And they do have, obviously, a brass deflector here, so you can shoot them left-handed, and you shouldn't get brass in your face. But that's pretty common to the design. Anyway, any comments or questions on this, feel free to send me a message, Spartan7.